we're both born in 1950, so we were raised during the 60s. That's when we were adolescents. We had our daughter, Kate. You talk about early childhood education, how important it is, how important, birth programs are. She was colicky as a kid. She cried about 20 hours a day. Fortunately, she's older now. It's down to about 16 hours a day. But we read to her. I still remember her first book, Babies, by Guyo Fujikawa. And I would read that book to her. I would occasionally mispronounce the name. But I would read that book to her as a colicky baby, and we didn't know it at the time, but we were creating pathways in her brain, just as reading to any kid, you create pathways in their brains. So I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of my daughter, Kate, and my other daughter, Sarah, who's in Charleston, Illinois. I'm here today. I have always kind of thought it was good for leaders in the legislature to maybe not endorse or to kind of stay out of these races. And I'm here today to say, the day before the caucuses, that I think it's incredibly important that Hillary Clinton is our nominee for president. So I'm going to tell you another little story. I don't know how much time they may pull out the hook here in a minute, but I got to tell you a story not far from here, over that way, if I'm not turned around, on Carson Avenue, Fairmont Street, Franklin Street in Council Bluffs. I was coming down Franklin Street 60 years ago. I was 6 years old, in the 50s. I was learning to ride a bike, and I'm coming down Franklin, and I turn the corner. And I couldn't quite turn fast enough, and I ran into a parked car. Well, don't laugh at the 6-year-old. I ran into a parked car. My brother helped me home. My father took me to the hospital. Some of the older people in the room will remember Dr. George Clock, a pediatrician in Council Bluffs. He put me up on a table with a white cloth on it, and he moved my knee, says, "Does that hurt?" Yep. Moved it another way, "Does that hurt?" Yep. Every way he moved my knee, it hurt. And I will never forget his words to my father. This is 1956. He turned to my father and he said, "I don't think anything's broken." That wasn't very reassuring. "I don't think anything's broken. Do you have health insurance, Paul?" My dad said, "Yeah, we've got good insurance at the bank." My father was a banker. "We've got good insurance at the bank." The doctor said, "Then we'll do an x-ray just to make sure nothing's broken." I remember that day feeling special that I was a banker's son and that we had good health insurance. And I also remember thinking, not everybody is a banker's son or the son of somebody that can afford health insurance. And today in Iowa, because of Hillary Clinton as First Lady fighting for health care, and then later in the 90s, when they couldn't get health care done, when the country wasn't ready for it yet, when Congress wasn't ready for it yet, they couldn't get it done, but a few years later, they passed the Children's Health Insurance Program. Woo! Folks, that would not have happened if it wasn't for Hillary Clinton. It would not have happened. And today in Iowa, no son or daughter has to worry about whose son or daughter they are, or whose parents they have. No one in the state has to worry, no child, because every child has access to affordable health insurance. You know, Hillary Clinton has had everything thrown at her, right?